Hey, what's up, good people? It's your girl, Safia Ashe Jasi, aka Fire, because I stay bringing that heat, and yes, in that order. So, I just want to say, this past Mercury retrograde has been very life changing for me and groundbreaking. It brought a lot of things to my attention, and it put me in a position where I had to face a lot of my fears and to rethinking about my experience of right after I got hit by a car and reintegrating into an inaccessible society, and with like all and because like my disability first started at physical, but within like 4 months after waking up from a 2 month coma, I was able to walk and talk on my own. And that's when my disability became like invisible, and I didn't receive as much assistance or support as like I needed. And I have multiple disability that falls under the lines of being neurodivergent. And some of the side effects of having these different multiple neurodivergent disabilities, it's put me in a place where I had a hard time controlling my emotions, so such as anger, rage, sadness, grief, and dealing with that. And a lot of times I was placed in a situation where I didn't have control over myself. And I am a lover and not a fighter. And one of the last place I wanted to end up was in jail or prison. So to help combat myself from doing things that I knew would end me in a place that I don't want to be, I had to become like a shell of myself. And I'm super sensitive to energy, like I'm a super empath. And I see, like now reflecting back, and I seen how much of a people pleaser I was, and how I put other people's needs before my own, and how sometimes growing up I felt my voice was silenced, or my emotions or needs didn't matter, and how that translated into adulthood and building this business that put me in a lot of situations where like I was scammed, or I was looked over opportunities, or I didn't have the right words to say that can help put me in position that could take my career to the next level. But through all the trials and tribulations that I went through and building my brand Black Girl Fire, even though like I felt like the universe has been playing my face, and I seen everybody else reach a level of success that like I wanted, because like for a long time, like I never had my own job, never like had my own form of income, and I was put in a place where I had to depend on other people for like my financial need, my the the basic necessity of life. And I seen how people, when they get frustrated and you have to depend on them, how they treat you like you nothing. Then so like now I raise my middle finger up at people. I'm a lone wolf. I'm very disconnected from a lot of family members. Like if it's not my mama, like I literally don't have time, because like how I was treated. And within like this pandemic, I was immediately, I had to learn a lot of things. I took the risk because I couldn't take it no more, to start living an independent life, starting my business. So it has been a lot all at once, and it's still a lot that needs to be learned. But I'm thankful for this Mercury retrograde for all like the people that it brought in that really helped me to structure my business and to really take a deep dive of things that I was overlooking, of the multiple different ways of how I can be bringing in income. So I'm so thankful for all the beautiful, dope people that I'm connecting with um, now, and that like I'm finally in a position to like, I was gonna literally launch my business on July 6th, but I'm doing it in like the next couple of days. I'm so excited about all that I've been working on, and I'm truly grateful. So, and I also think about like, because I used to get mad about like, why is it taking so long for me to reach any type of success that can help me bring in any type of income where I can live an independent life. But I take that as like I was in prep. I didn't know now, but I was in preparation mode. Like I like do all the times where I got looked over, or I got scammed, or people took advantage of me. Like I was just learning and adapting and building like my gift. Like I like to call myself a shapeshifter or the silent rebel, because one of my strongest skill set is that I have the capability to readapt and to change things, to transform things to work in my favor. And through this process, I noticed that the product that I'm selling is my mind. And that's just being neurodivergence, and really advocating and putting a spotlight of the superpowers of being neurodivergent, which is creative geniusness. And now like, and during this Mercury retrograde, I've been putting together all the missing pieces. And I'm realizing, like, from all the work that I've been doing over the years, like the foundations and the tools and the parts was always there. I just needed help of how to connect all these missing pieces in order to help me create a profitable, sustainable business. And now with all the work is like I'm meeting back to my initial goal, like back to like almost like 10 years ago. Like I always wanted my production company, to own my own production company, but like I didn't know what I was doing. And like 10 years later now, like I have the skills, the resources. I'm building a network that can help me achieve this dream. And it's like, because my goal is like, I don't want to create something that I feel that can be wasteful, or that's a lot of things like that's in mass production that everybody doing. I want to find my Pacific voice, like how can I stand apart, or what's a need that needs to be met. And thinking through all that, I started thinking about like the things that I need personally as a neurodivergent Black woman who's also a filmmaker and have the desire to work in the entertainment industry. And so I'm like, there needs to be a production company that that directly serve the neurodivergent population, that's film talent, that's filmmakers, actor, makeup artists, who up the band, whatever you want to call it. So like that's what I'm doing. Like I will be very soon launching the first digital production company, neurodivergent production company. And so that's a big win. I am super excited, but I'm also taking a lot of risks and steps with this, and I'm trying something new, doing my first live reaction of like, because I was scrolling on YouTube and I seen like that I knew Keke Palmer was creating her own streaming platform, but I didn't also know that she was gearing up to become like a director and a producer, which I'm very excited. We need more Black women in those roles. So I seen her film on YouTube. So I watched it out. I'm like, this is very interesting, and I'm gonna be live reacting it here, and then you will be seeing my first live reaction. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited. But like, I first want to like read like my initial thoughts from watching when I first watched Keke Palmer short film yesterday. So basically, I think this was a good attempt, but the cinematography falls short. A key to a great movie for me is amaze ball cinematography plus great acting, lighting, sound, and excellent writing. I feel this piece could have been so much stronger if better camera choices were made. I do see the exploration Keke was taking with diving deep into using conceptual art and into curating her experience of growing up and working in the entertainment industry. I'm going to do a deep dive of some of the camera choices I would have made that could take this project to the next level. And keep oh wait, hold on. And yeah, and Keke girl, if you watching, you need to hit me up because like I have 10 plus years of being an experimental filmmaker, and I can help take your work to the next level. But let's get right into this. So oh wait, hold on. Wait, technical difficulties. Wait. Okay. Okay, here we go. These are.
Hi, my name is Keke Palmer. I'm 9 years old and I'm going to be singing a song called Be a Lion from the Wind. Oh, we'll be frightening my lion. Jordan want to hang out with me. If all these people are expecting me to win. When he tells her about the Mandela speech, that lets her know that I need to let my light shine and let people know what I can do, no matter if they like it or not. 'Cause there ain't no place like home.
Today's question is by Gabby. She says, you are so many people's role model. How do you stay so positive?
All right now we're about to get ready to go on a show. Excited. Hey, what's up, everybody? Are y'all ready for a show?
I think it has a lot to do with my faith and just believing, because a lot of times in this business it can get difficult. Just because, I may not be working this week, or, I may not have gotten the part. And I just try to always find the upside to everything. When times get bad, I just try to stay positive and think, when there's darkness, there comes dawn.
Finally, it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here, I'm so happy that you're here. This is my...
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23, verse 4. That was my grandma's favorite verse. I grew up...
Okay, so I kind of want to stop there and like thinking about like how like she first started and did like a compilation or montage of different clips of like from her acting experience from youth and up to now. And I like the different like screen choices, like instead of just like the full, she used like the small, like how we see on like social media. And I kind of like it is kind of like a DIY approach to it, so I think that's very interesting. So let's continue.
Up in a very spiritual home. Went to church every Sunday, sang in the choir. My father is a deacon. I was always in practice as a child, yet still curious of what the word actually meant.
And I also think with her narration, and she's showing like different visuals, her voice and her narration is overplaying. I can't think of the words, but like her narration is, I forget what they call that. Oh, but like how she have different images, and then her narration is going where we seen these different images, and it's bring you in into like the story that she's going to tell, and I think that is very impactful.
They always said the word is meant to be lived. I never knew why until I started living.
Wow, this is where you live?
You know it, King.
You got me in a different position. You got me in a different position. I'ma win. We took it play by play, even though we said it made no differences. We got each other. We more than temporary lovers. This feeling supernatural. You got my intuition telling me it's something special about you. I should listen. You telling me whatever wants in the back. We can never take it back. This shit is forever. How the hell is you gon' run with?
And I also like because you can tell that she have a performance background, and I keep wait, it was just an image.
Cause you just see me in her eyes. You better learn to recognize.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is. I like how she's mixing like the traditional like films, like the acting, with like performance, with like stage performance element, and it's taking us into like her world of what like she felt like what is for her like a child, like the balance, the internal struggles, or the of her trying to find balance in her voice in the entertainment industry, of whether like being her true authentic self, or having to always be like in performance mode in order to reach the next level to gain success for her. And like and I see like in a lot like throughout her film she used a lot of like, it's not a lot of diversity of different shots or camera angle, and with like the type of like my director that I am, I like to use like the camera as another set of eye, like when people feel like other people eyes are watching them, like I kind of like to use the camera as intimate as that, as being like another participant in the film. And so with me with this shot and how I would made it stronger, I would have took a more close up, like a lower angle, to see like the guy then and down, and to travel into like the group of people. You can see like a circular image and see they they expression, or how they look, and so we can get more of a feel of who these people is, and how, and in doing that, in that way it can invite us more into this world that Keke is creating for us to experience with her.
Position me inside of your life. See, I know why. You see me inside of a different type of life. I'm just trying to view if you see me in the same light as you. Just hold me down if you wanna have truth. Do you know honest is a thing to lose? Along with me, baby, I don't wanna lose you.
Who are you? No, let me guess. The new girlfriend.
And that was the beginning of the end.
And I think that's like how I think the editor, whoever edited this, not sure if Keke did it, did like a really like good job of how to interweave like her different experience into like a good like sequence. And I also noticed like in her film that how she took inspiration from Jordan Peele film like Get Out, like how Jordan Peele do like, even though I'm not a big Jordan Peele fan, he kind of fell out for me, but I think he do a good job of taking like everyday the average horrors of being black in America and turn into films, and I've seen how she used that approach in this project, and I would stop it to so you can get more of a good of what I'm talking about. But I'm also good seeing, I can't think of her name, but she played Pam, cousin Pam, friend on the Cosby Show, and she was in Different World. I think she's funny, and she played Charmaine and Lean on Me, and I always love to see on the screen. She's dope and funny.
How about we unpack that next week?
Sounds great. I will see you on Friday. No doubt, I'm the baddie that you're talking about. What you saying, baby, we can work it out. All the bluffing that you're doing out your mouth. Pull up on me, we can do it right now. Right now, right now, right now, ayy, yeah. We could do it right now. Right now, right now, right now, ayy. Pull up on me, we can do it right now. I'm the baddie that you're talking about. What you saying, baby, we can work it out. All the bluffing that you're doing out your mouth. Pull up on me, we can do it right now. Right now, right now, right now, ayy, yeah. We could do it right now. Right now, right now, right now, ayy. Pull up on me, we can do it right now. Let's keep pushing forward, babe. Hurry up. Let's not make this awkward, babe.
It's been so long. I'm so happy to see you.
I know.
Wait, I just missed it.
This gets to be too much.
Wait. And like this scene right here, okay, like I like this is what I'm talking about. I think like she took got a lot of inspiration from like Jordan Peele, and like with the like and instead like, because I think of the movie like Get Out, and how like the main Daniel Kaluuya, like his main character, and being like a black man dating like a white woman, and her family is like racist, and he put himself in that predicament and feeling like the different like horrors, and I think she took that and used that same concept to think about like her being a black woman, navigate trying to be successful in the entertainment industry. And as we've seen from people like Monique, shout outs for her win her lawsuit against Netflix, and Viola Davis speaking out the constant injustice that black women continue to like experience in Hollywood, and the huge pay gap, and how And with, even though like Angela Bassett is now being claimed as the highest paid Black woman TV, but in order for her to get that high pay on the show 911, she is like a executive producer. She's acting in it, and like in order for like Black women to get paid the same amount as like white women, because we're not even talking about the pay gap between white men and white women, because that's a whole different other story. But in order for like a Black woman to receive the same pay grade as like a white woman, we have to do so much extra. Cause like Angela Bassett on 911, she's a producer and she's also acting, and just to get paid her just due, which is crazy.
That's why I hated touring with my dad.
Remember that time we broke into your computer?
And found out that I had a boyfriend?
Oh my God, those were the days.
For you, I hated not being grown on tour, and everything was always just so weird. I mean, with me, with music.
Yeah, your mom told me a little. I know you didn't want a label situation, and I totally understand that, but I've been working with Tricky.
Stuart? That's dope.
Yeah. And I know you, and I know you hate that music industry bullshit, but if you ever need anything, you know I'm always here for you.
What it's like to be a Fairfax Egg Bank egg donor. Did you know you can receive up to $48,000 as an egg donor?
First, I give that to the gut.
I just want to be one of the guys. I wish the music industry was more like the acting world, honestly. I mean, the acting world can get fucking crazy too, like that Me Too shit, but it's like with the music, it seems even worse. They try to snatch your fucking soul out. I'm glad I met TJ though. He seems to respect me and...
Okay, so like with this scene, like, cause I seen like probably because like as we see in the credits that like Keke is doing everything herself, fronting the money and stuff, so she probably don't have like a big enough budget. So like, and throughout all this film I see that the camera is very stationary, and so for me, what I would have did is like took that camera and had handhold and got some close up of like her leg, like zooming in, because you see like her leg and how like the light is hitting it, and you see some like the what they call that, the residue from the sparkles particles from the sun that shine on like the fabric or the skin, and actually had the camera. I feel like the camera, instead of like the camera being on the side from Keke, I think it should have been directly in front of her so we can see her face and get some close-up shots of her face and what she's wearing. Because I feel like just her having like a standstill camera, it do injustice of like how like in the beginning she's creating this monologue, this montage of different video clips of her from when she was in different work that she did as a young child, and then to her talking to a therapist and inviting us into this world. And I would love if like the camera could have been used as to create another character where we exploring the environment of where she is and like the fabric. And I think that's beautiful of her being placed on top of this greenery. And so I would like to experience that a little bit more. But let's...
I fuck with his crew too. I just want them to see it from me.
Like right there, like if the camera been up close on her face and is zooming her body as like her head is going up, like if like I feel like that's what's moving, to have a little bit more like camera movement and diversity of angles that could have really took this project to the next level.
Like, I know what I can do.
And then also, and I feel like if she had different like lightning to reflect on her face, and we can see some of her face, or if she wanted this to be dark and had other parts of her body lit up, but had her face like dark. So we can see like how she feels sometimes, or how she had to hide her true authentic self in navigating the entertainment industry.
I just need their support.
Yeah, and I think that would have been more powerful if we seen specks of light of her, and then when it transitions, you see more of the light, and as the light grows and it glows, and you see her going to more of her light as she's been through this entertainment industry, and she's finding her voice and taking a stand, and her creating her own streaming platform for her to have more control and power of her value as a Black woman working in the film industry. And I also think like the juxtaposition is the power of the like these like all these and that all these
What up, TJ?
What's good, bud?
and how
Yo, Pepper, I'm a really big fan, and we know we need to do something, get in the studio one time.
That's what's up. Yeah, TJ been telling me that you can sing for real, for real.
good amount of
I'm gonna
respect.
have quick. Come on.
And later on in the and later on in the film, she's going to make a good like juxtaposition through the imagery of like from her. You see different like flashes of faces of white men, and through the film, her different interaction with the Black men in the industry, and again and trying to work in collaboration and take her career to the next level, and feel like all these obstacles and hurdles that Black women have to go through with the film industry. And I'm love seeing like all these different Disney stars in her film. At first, in the beginning, we saw Sky Jackson. Now we're seeing Cal Massey, and again, going back to my critique, I wish like if she can have the budget to afford like a team, but I have my own experience of trying to a team, and everybody, and as a Black woman standing in your power, and everybody else trying to denounce your power and try to fight against you, and because on my last project I had to deal with that, with like I'm the lead creator on the project, the director, the executive producer, and everybody else was trying to tell me how to put in their inputs, and they really don't understand the administrative side or the business side of the film industry, which led to me exploding on mod, because like I'm a lover, not a fighter, but I had to turn into a dictator and be a bitch in order to make sure that film gets done. And I went on a tangent, but yeah, okay, I know how I connect them, because like I probably feel like Keke Palmer, she had a lot of hats. She was doing a lot of things with this project, and I understand with her and the team and other people try to overpower you as a Black woman. And that's probably why it's just like the camera is stationary, because she's doing it all by herself.
us to the club, so I got a little walkthrough.
Now you know I got an early set call tomorrow. I can't.
And I'm always like, I always know when I see Arnett, I think his real name is Robert from 101. Like, he's not as cute as I remember growing up seeing 101, but like, he was like my first like crush, like growing up. He was so cute, but I love seeing him in different projects and to see him continue to work.
Can't. I'm gonna go.
Like a sheep being led to the slaughter, or a lamb that is silent before her shearers, he did not open his mouth. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 7.
When there's nothing holding you back, what would your thing be?
The best way to burn fat and get in shape, it's not keto, paleo, fasting, or vegan, and it's not super intense workouts like CrossFit that you see all the time.
That ain't how you lose weight.
Show me that you're worthy. Don't wanna give in too soon, it's too early. Touch on me like nobody. I want you on my body. Before we leave the party, talk to me in my love language. Talk to me in my love language. Ooh, get a piece of me, feel the chemistry. It's the energy. Talk to me in my love language. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Break my rules, convince me to move how you move. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Break my rules, convince me to move how you move. Don't wanna be alone when I'm feeling faded. Alright then. Better take me home for the moments wasted. I want you to learn me. You better put in the work, gotta earn me. Show me that you're worthy.
Yo, come on, let's go.
Thanks for taking me home. And thank you for introducing me to Pepper, because I've really been wanting to work with him, and I just appreciate you for putting me on.
It's nothing.
No, it is. You did not have to do that, and I don't know, you've always been different. You always believed in me.
Look, you just gotta keep going, Keke. So never give up. Like, flood the market, that's all it is. You can't just like drop something and expect it to pop. You gotta just like keep hitting them hard.
Okay. I'm taking notes.
And I'm also getting like from this scene and thinking about like what was it, like 3 or almost 5 years ago when Beyonce dropped the visuals for Lemonade, and like I get like that's what like she was going for, like the feel the aesthetics, yeah.
to me, no words. Touch me if you wanna say anything. Just take this pain away. Feel it all in my body. Tired of feeling sorry for something I cannot change. Yeah, need something in return for all these lessons learned. Hoping just gon' bring more pain. Do you mind if I make it up to myself just this time? Get in line or you're gonna find yourself left. Right or wrong, I'ma ride by my side till my last breath. Do you mind if I make it up to myself? I need me to. I got standards, can't let go my standards. This time around, you better hold me down. I got standards, and I won't lay down my standards just to be involved. I can't let my Hey, Mom.
Hey, baby. Is everything all right? We missed you at the house on Sunday. Your dad made pork chops and banana pudding.
Yeah, I just woke up and I wanted to tell you I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Love you, little mama.
It's time for me to get set up for therapy, and I use this room as my office. But the desk is over here, and so
He put it on me when I wake up in the AM. Got me in the kitchen naked cooking grits and bacon. He be like an angel when that D done come and save me. Love what you do. Ooh, let's set a vibe, take a ride, let's just make a mood. We can make a movie, this the preview, but I'm coming soon. Before you reach my high, love the places that you take me to. Got me so stuck on you. I never felt a love like this. Once in a lifetime shit. I never felt a love like this. It stole my heart after one kiss, yeah. So let's take it from the bed to the floor, windows to the wall. Boy, I want it all. Never felt a love like this. Oh, never, no, never. Need it every day like it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Never take a break, he won't come up till he finish. Got me wetter than you wetter streets. Ain't hitting it right if you ain't make me scream. Ooh, let's set a vibe, take a ride, let's just make a mood. We can make a movie, this the preview, but I'm coming soon. Before you reach my high, love the places that you take me to. Got me so stuck on you. I never felt a love like this. Once in a lifetime shit. I never felt a love like this. It stole my heart after one kiss, yeah. So let's take it from the bed to the floor, windows to the wall. Boy, I want it all. Never felt a love like this.
Okay, I just like figured it just like came to me as like I'm watching like this scene, because I feel like as for like film as like being like a visual art form of how like if she had more diverse of shots up close, it could have made this pop a little bit more. But also when we thinking about how like a scene is set up and how the camera is positioned, and like right now with like how the camera is positioned is more, it is like keeping us apart, like we separate from the story. Like we have the opportunity to hear like Keke experience, but like, are we actually like feeling what she feel or experiencing what she's feeling in that very moment? It's like we being an observer. But like for me, what I like in films that like pull me in and takes me on a journey, and where I can actually be there, because like with like how like it's shot, like I don't actually feel like a part. I feel like a separate entity, and I'm not sure if that's something, like if that's like a concept or like a tool of what Keke wants to use, of like people see her so much, but it's like, do you really know me? Like, are you really invited in? Am I really a part of this? Like, and that can be also experience like she's a part of this industry, but do she actually feel like included and like a part of it? That just came to me, and I thought that was a good analysis. So yeah.
It felt like love. Okay. So let's talk about Mom.
She's good.
Have you been more open?
Open?
Well, I know at the beginning of our sessions, there was a lot to work through with your mom. Yeah. Your working relationship versus your personal one.
Yeah, we work together. But even if we didn't work together, work is still my life.
Yeah, and I like these like images of like that shows like her fears and like the horrors that she deals with, and I still think like she was greatly inspired by doing this from Jordan Peele, because it do give me like a feel of Jordan Peele film from when he did like Get Out and Us, like that.
Elta MD UV Clear. Trusted by derms. Loved by skin. Elta MD.
Thank you very much for the discussion. There was a little more heat and a little less light than you.
Is that how you like it?
Yeah. It's all I know.
Right. And remember what we talked about. Give your mom a chance to get to know you outside your work and professional strategies. This goes for everyone. Work is important to you, and that's fine. But you can be honest about the toll it's taking on you.
I just don't want to let anybody
Mm.
down.
Your main priority should be not to let yourself down.
In that order.
Hey, y'all.
Yo, what up, little Keke?
Hey. Yo, the mix is decent. So good. We gonna mess around and have us a whole project.
Shit sound good. It sound better than most of these girls out here on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Shit, people dying for my sound though, man. Like, look at Khalil. Her shit ain't been the same since we stopped working.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But look, that be the problem with these little bitches, man. I swear, like, they always want some shit, but they don't want to give some shit. You feel me? Like, come on, man. I'm nice, but I ain't that nice. You know, motherfuckers is dropping M's to be in the same room as me. You feel me? Shit, you want a song? Oh, we fucking. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we fucking. What you talking about?
I'm gone.
Hey, yo, what's good? You ready? Yo, bitch, you ready or what?
TJ, did you just call me a bitch?
Yeah, I just called you a bitch. What you gonna bitch about it? Bitch? Shit, come on, let's go. Shit. Nigga, come on, let's go, nigga.
What am I to them? Bait? They're the weird ones. wasting valuable time trying to coerce someone into a 5-second act. How about you just be real about what you really want and ask for that? Instead of being a punk-ass bitch. Silly me for thinking they would ever fuck with me just off the strength of my talent. I'm so tired of being made to feel like my womanhood is some defect used against me that everyone can see and expose me for.
And I would have liked it if it had the camera to actually get up close to the dancers and we can see they pose individually, and then it take us as we walking in with Keke and seeing up close the different facial expressions and movement, because I think they are doing some powerful movements and facial expressions to reflect on what we seen, what she just experienced. Because I know for me, I notice when I'm talking to people, especially some certain type of men, and I see how they talk differently to other men and then talk to me, because I know I look young, but I'm not naive in some place, and I learned to use that to my advantage. And but it then comes to a point where people that operate from a place of power and control, that feels like that they tell you something. I've seen that's what I've been feeling a lot from Black men. They have this need to feel needed by Black women, or in order to have this ounce of power over Black women. And that's something I think is crazy. And especially when sometimes when as Black women we think we generally have good male friends, but we see how they be acting around their homeboys, first how they act with us, and then and treat us differently in order to prove something for their boys, which is real crazy.
I can't explain it. And I know it sounds stupid, but it hurts.
Yeah, I think a close up, the camera following her behind her and seeing her look.
There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen, doing business on your terms.
With the as she can, because I believe this is her first project, because I know for my first project it wasn't that good, but the concept was, I mean, not saying that it wasn't good, but as the cinematography, the visuals of how to interweave things, the different concepts together, because I like how Keke is telling this story and showing different perspective in her experience. But I feel in over in time, how editing would get tighter, where the story would be more impactful, more powerful, and whereas the audience, we actually feel a part of it, we feel what she's feeling, her pain, and not as as just a little peephole looking in. But then too, that could have been what she wanted, her intention for making this, us to see a peephole into her life.
Wake up with no makeup and smoke up my lungs. Polish up my nails, but not my Twitter thumbs. Are you dumb? Ain't like the way I'm talking to you, where you from? Could your lips stay still? Would you spill? For real, for real. Put two through the door, you're under a court if you tell anybody I don't need nobody calling me thotty about all of my bodies. And I'm trying to see a double R on the front of the car. Gucci, I'm so pretty. Close the door, close your mouth. We don't chase clout in my city. You try to hydrate and at first won't let you chill. Baby, it's valid, I know how you feel. Gotta sign your name on it and keep your lips sealed. Gotta be low with it,
paper plate. While you nibble all over my body like a piece of cake. And you know the drill. Let me see your skills, like for real, for real. Quit trying to be cute, stand and salute, knocking the boots like my body gon' whine. It's been a long time, I gotta get mine right now. Double R on the front of the car, Gucci, I'm so pretty. Close the door, close your mouth, we don't chase clout in my city. You try to hydrate and that thirst won't let you chill, baby.
Hey, Mom.
Guess who I ran into today, girl?
Who?
Rosero. You know, the choreographer from Rap.
Yeah, how's he doing?
Oh, he's good. Ready for you guys to do something again.
Yeah, you know I love working with Rosero, but just don't have the music right now.
Well, how are things going with Peppa and those guys? I know you said y'all been making some music. I can't wait to hear it.
It's great.
Well, Rosero said...
Oh, shoot, Mom, I'm about to miss my show. Let me call you back.
Oh, all right then. Love you.
I've been waiting, impatient for you to show me love. I've been waiting, impatient for you to be about us. Don't think I don't know what this body do. So good that you wanna have me from the truth. I can tell warning signs, it ain't nothing new. You wasn't all that, what I got to lose. Got to bounce on you, no more bouncing on you. Leave you in the coma, leave you in the coma. But I did. You know I'm to come up, you know I'm to come up. No longer my lover, we ain't doing nothing. I don't wanna be one of them girls that's locked in her man's world. You gotta meet me halfway. Show me some, don't just say what I wanna hear, what I wanna hear, what I wanna hear, what I wanna hear. Tell me what you feel about being in love. What I wanna hear, you ain't gon' say it, bruh. I've been waiting, impatient for you to show me love. I've been waiting, impatient for you to be about us. I've been waiting, cause you haven't been the same since I gave you some. I've been waiting, impatient for you to show me love. I see through your lies, I am not a fool. Got some nerve when this body got the juice. I'm done trying, there's nothing you can prove to show me it different than what I'm used to. Got to bounce on you, no more bouncing on you. Leave you in the coma, leave you in the coma. But I did. You know I'm to come up, you know I'm to come up. No longer my lover, we ain't doing nothing. I don't wanna be one of them girls that's locked in her man's world. You gotta meet me halfway. Show me some, don't just say what I wanna hear, what I wanna hear, what I wanna hear, what I wanna hear. Tell me what you feel about being in love. What I wanna hear, you ain't gon' say it, bruh. I've been waiting, impatient for you to show me love. I've been waiting, impatient for you to be about us. I've been waiting, cause you haven't been the same since I gave you some. I've been waiting, impatient for you to show me love.
And that's pretty much it. She breaks out and goes on with her life.
And I also like the fact, like, she in this film, like, in this project, she plays on different types of genre of films, the comedy, like, cause I kind of get like that, like the did that back in the 90s or 50s. And now with the music, she played with different themes, time zones, and I like how she bring it all together. So yeah.
But is there a moment of revenge for our lead? I mean, we've seen her go through so much.
Well, if I gave that to you on the first movie, then we wouldn't need a second one.
Smart girl. Great pitch. We'll be in touch.
Thank you so much for your time.
Tell us what you think about our new twist code.
This is a crunchy cone.
This is my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
Hey, you did a great job in there per usual.
Thanks.
Okay, so what is it, that guy?
No, just stop, please.
Okay. Look, I was just gonna say, you know, these Hollywood people is weird as hell.
Well, I'm Hollywood people too. That's what people see when they see me. Too real for the Hollywood people, too Hollywood for the real people.
Okay, all right, so what?
So what?
Yeah, so what? So what? You're different, you don't fit in, but that's why you stand out, so I don't get it. So what?
Being different is one thing. Feeling lonely? It's another.
Whoa, that's kind of good.
I don't know what it's like to be Keke.
I tell you what it's like. It's like feeling trapped in your own skin. Waking up knowing exactly who you are. Everybody looking at you and seeing something different. Just trying to relate.
That's the problem. Now that's the problem, because you're not gonna relate to everybody, and everybody is not gonna like you. They're not gonna like you, but all you can do is focus on Keke. Look, I know you grown. I know you grown. But honestly, this is why I kept you away from a lot of things. Because I didn't want you to feel like you're feeling right now.
It's my career. It's my career. I can't escape this business or the fucking people in it.
Yes, you can. You can. You tell people who you are by being consistent.
No, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like in this business, whether it's the labels, the producers, everybody just...
I know exactly what it's like, Keke. I was there.
You don't know what it's like trying to get these people to respect.
I do understand. What are you talking about? I understand as an artist, and I understand as being your mother with you in this business. I was there. Do you think that like everybody respected your father and I? Because they didn't. They didn't respect us. But there was a lot of people who did. And that's who we focused on. You know, if anything I've learned is that you have got to focus on the love. And there's a lot of good people in this industry, and you know a lot of them. You know a lot of them, and they're positive, and you ain't got to be dealing with all this nonsense. So sooner or later, you're going to have to ask yourself, why do you keep ignoring them?
Just want y'all to be proud of me.
Keke, we are so very proud of you. I was proud of you the moment you was born. I just want you to be happy. And whether you decide to do this business or not, do it your way.
And that also, oh, that's right, Mama.
I love you.
Definitely different. Lord Rouse, we definitely different. Definitely. You know what?
Baby boy, you got something special. Think I needed someone who'll be gentle. They can shoot the shot, but you know me. I show your love around like a trophy. Don't ever make a sound, but you show me, show me. And I wouldn't wanna give that back. And I'm loving how you're feeling, baby. I don't wanna believe in a maybe. Feels just like home when I'm next to you. You're the one I want, pretty baby. Don't change, stay true.
hundreds a year on groceries at Aldi. No coupons or sales required.
Hi. Mind if I touch your wiener?
What?
Doug.
I'm alright by my side till my last breath. Do you mind if I make it up to myself? I need me to. I got standards, can't let go my standards. This time around,
I think I figured it out. It wasn't about the guy or me breaking as an artist, but overcoming this inner narrative that tells me no matter how far I come, I'm still not good enough. We all have our hurdles. But this one, I'm done with. I don't need to be accepted by the cool kids or the elite bullshit. I just need to be accepted by me. And that's good enough.
Yeah, I just thought about like in the earlier part, like her earlier narration, and I like how she used the sound of voiceover to give us like a different perspective, because like in the different montage of images that she showed, like different things that she's going through, like we hear in the narration from her therapy appointment, like her conversations with her mother. Even in therapy, she talked about bettering the relationship with her mother, the internal battle that she goes through, and like her. And like I hear this a powerful, then we see the interaction with different people in the media, even with white and black men, and how that affects her as a black woman, and how sometimes like the idea of just being a black woman is like in that fear of not being labeled the angry black woman, people feeling intimidated, you gotta always have it together. And I know with me, I stopped carrying that, like, because I tell people I have no problem being an angry black woman in order to get the needed results that I need, but legally, not illegally, because I have a fair going to jail. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But like that is so real, and I'm just going to continue to applaud Keke, because we need more black authentic representation of black women, stories being told with authentic representation of black women, because even in this, she's not over sexualizing herself. She don't put the different tropes of how Hollywood like to box black women in. So I'm proud of her for doing this and for stepping out on faith. And even though like she don't have all the resources to make like her ultimate vision of what a film, but this is the first stepping stone of her getting there, and I'm absolutely proud of her.
What does it mean to accept yourself?
It means like being your very best friend and always having your back no matter what. Okay? Now, before I go, you guys.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Oh, no. I know you guys not coming to me with that. I'll see you again next week, same time, okay? But you know what time it is. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Oh, squeeze so tight. You're not squeezing tight enough.
yeah. I gotta wait for you, babe. Get us a bag and go to the bank with you, baby. Give you time to get sexy.
Okay, I got it.
God
God, I can tell you from Chicago. No, hello, how you doing? Hey, Tricky, what's up?
Hey, Tricky.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
How are the girls?
They were great. It's another beautiful day in Atlanta. And how are you, Tricky? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. But I can tell you have something, clearly you have something more on your mind, so.
Yes, I have the concept. Hear me out. Hear me out. So we start close on me.
When there's nothing holding you back, what would your thing be?
Premium beans for a smooth and balanced cup. That's Green Mountain Coffee Roasters.
I'm not your average, so know that when you hit me, I'm talking marriage, until you show me I'm all you need, yeah. I'm gonna be there when I need to be, not gonna focus on what don't concern me. Body on Rambo mode, clear out the whole scene, more than enough to hold, can't help but feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Baby, make.
And sometimes this is the part where I wish like she had better, like the cinematography was a little bit better, because I like the gold or platinum body casing or leotard that she's wearing, and if we can get more involved in experience like the environment a little more, because I think that's like insertion.
Make you spill it to it. A poncho ain't gonna help you through it. You gon' have to feel it. Just say I'm different, I'm just not like.
I really like this in the white background. It makes what she's wearing and like in her blue skin pop.
You gotta know before you approach me. Everything you say about me, say I'm not like them. Know that before you approach me.
And another critique, like I don't know, cause I seen Keke act in other movies, and I know her acting is top tier. And I'm not sure if like she was like nervous, if she had a lot of pressure on her, if she was doing multiple things at once, because I seen her perform better. I see her be at a level, because there's sometimes she kind of feel kind of like stiff, kind of like numb and like stoic, and then too I can also see how like she could intentionally do that to create like the feel of how she feel with moving in the entertainment industry. But I also feel on the other side like I feel like a more like it kind of feel a little bit robotic, like because like Keke is like a fun girl, and a little bit wanted to see a little bit more her like personality, or more a little bit more diversity in her acting and like the shots. And I think that's another thing that could have took this to the next level. Yeah, like a close up, like if the camera was close up when her hand went up, like that would make it so much powerful. But all in all, this is a good project. But I think some like the better camera choices could improve the cinematography and lighting. And it's also when like she get like a bit bigger budget to hire more people on the team to actually to help her put her vision to the next level. Yeah, and see, like I would like it also like a drone shot of like the camera like zooming, doing like a pan over like the heads as they drop down. I think that would have been powerful, and then the camera would have zoomed up into like her face. I think that would have been powerful. And because I think like what type of like filmmaker I am, like I like movement, the performance of aspect. So I kind of like to see like the camera is dancing, is being intimate with like the subjects in the film or on set.
Sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. Psalm 110, verse 1.
So all in all, I enjoy like this film. And I know like as viewers and audience, like we can want so much from a film, but there's like different like because a film can't have like everything. It can have different strong points. And I think like even though like the cinematography, the lighting wasn't that strong, but I think her concept and the storytelling and how she took us on this journey through like her words, her ideas, and how she felt through the words and the narration, because I felt that through that. But as like a film, I didn't feel it visually. Like because I wanted to feel like to be brought in where like I felt like I wanted to put her like rub her back on the shoulder like to support, like that's kind of like what like I wanted to feel like I'm actually like a part of this story. And so like, and I strongly just feel like the more that she do, the better that she would get, because that's like how because like my first film project wasn't the best, but I kept getting better and learning more about film concept, and the better that I get. And so and now just thinking about like Keke as a person, like she's a fun, like the roundabout way girl, like easygoing, a very likable person. Like I love Keke and I love who she is and what she represents and her as a person. But aesthetically, like her choices, like her music style, isn't like for me, because I feel she's more like surface level on a level and kind of cookie cutter, and being in like she also expressed like in the film of being what other people want her to be. And with me, I'm more like edgy, bold, like the like next week I'm going to do a live reaction to Janelle Monáe movie called Dirty Computer. And like her aesthetics is along with who I am, because Janelle Monáe is more edgy and bold and she's into Afrofuturism. I'm an Afro futurism practitioner, so like Janelle Monáe aesthetics is more aligned with who I am as an artist. And after that, I'm going to do a review of Beyonce Lemonade, because I feel like even though I'm not like the biggest fan of Beyonce, but I respect her as a performer because she's one hell of a performer. She is a visionary, and and like she's very involved in the production, and she ensured that things get done to her lightning her likeness, and she demands for what she know what she want, and she will not accept nothing less, and I respect that about Beyonce. But truth of the matter, Beyonce is a fucking corporation at the end of the day. Beyonce doesn't have that artistry or that creativity that come from within for me. But all in all, this been long. This been the longest stream that I did, like an hour and 22 minutes. But I'm stepping outside of my zone and getting more comfortable with me, and even with having disability. I understand like I talk and I do things a certain way that I didn't accept, but I'm starting to accept like my quirks to the fullest. And yeah, peace out, beautiful people. And